piss. What was it like out there today? Give your honest opinion on it.
Yeah, it was tough. Listen, tough conditions, wet, windy. They're top of the league for a reason. They haven't lost here at home. I think we've come here giving a decent account of ourselves for majority of that game. Little things cost us goals. I think when we go 1-0 up and concede within 2 or 3 minutes, it's just sloppy on our part. We got to kind of see the next 5-10 minutes out. Same thing when we go 2-1 up, we've got to stay 2-1 for longer. But listen, we'll learn from that. We've only had the new manager for a week, so a lot of us are still stuck in our old ways of playing. The manager has new ideas and new ways of playing, so we're still quite early in that process. So the manager said to us, we've got to be happy with majority of that tonight. But there were some things that we let ourselves down and cost us goals tonight.
Talking like letting yourself down, like how did you approach this game with Gary? Was there anything else you worked on extra, because it's obviously such a big occasion? Games don't come along very often. Obviously, it's the first one in 3 years. So how did you guys approach it?
Well, listen, we're not going to say it's not a big game. It's a derby. It's going to be a noisy affair. It's going to be a couple of tackles flying in, and it did in the first half. We approached the game like we have done tactically for any other game. It's obviously a little bit different to the game on Tuesday against Derby, because the occasion sometimes takes over the actual game itself. But listen, the first half I thought we were quite comfortable in where they had the ball and when we were defending. Goals a little bit sloppy, but listen, we're still new into the new manager's reign. So listen, we're going to get better and we're going to improve as time goes on.
What do you think changed the game in the second half? Like you said, obviously the first half you're really impressed with, and obviously another 3 goals conceded in the second. What really changed? Just
the goals, I think. I don't think they did anything different. I think we could keep the ball a lot better. The manager wants us to play football. He wants us to keep the ball when we've got it. And that's something we've got to be better at. We've got to be braver. This is all the stuff we said in the changing room after the game. We've got to believe in ourselves. We've got to be braver on the ball. We've got to put opposition team under pressure with the ball in their half. So that's probably what we didn't do as well as the first half. When we had the ball in their half, we didn't hurt them enough. And goals win games, and they've taken their chances.
Talking about goals winning games, both the strikers getting on the score sheet again today. Just Sam today. Obviously, we offered a lot going forward. What was it come the end of the game that we just couldn't do?
Well, we were behind. They're going to manage the game like we would do if we were at home in any game. You manage the game well, and they done that. They slowed the game down. They played in our half. They soaked up pressure with corners and stuff. And listen, we'll talk about it. We've got the FA Cup game at Port Vale on Saturday. We'll take some good stuff out of this, some bad stuff. Look at the bad stuff and go again in the league the following week.
You said just a minute ago about obviously Gary only being here for 1 week. What's he been like after this game compared to after the Derby game?
Listen, he told us that this has got to hurt, and it has. I think a lot of lads care about this game, because we owe a lot to our fans. They travel an awful long way on weekends and Tuesdays to support us. So it has hurt us, but we've got to bounce back. We're a relatively new team as such, with the new manager coming in last week. And I think we're only going to get better as time goes on. The details the manager wants us to do, the tactics, the way he wants to play is really promising, and we've got to buy into that soon. And we've got to keep putting in decent performances like we have done on Tuesday, and like we did do for majority today, apart from their 4 goals, which is disappointing.
You mentioned the support again. Obviously they were really loud tonight, as the whole home park was loud. What do you have to say to the fans tonight?
Yeah, listen, I'm not surprised. I always say this every time I get asked about it. It's no surprise whether it was Plymouth, Argyle, 45 minutes down the road, or else it was up against Carlisle or miles away. They always come in numbers, and fair play to them. It's not an easy place to come, especially when it's piss and rain and it's really windy. So fair play to them. And listen, we go again on Saturday in the FA Cup and then the following week in the league, and we just got to bounce back and try and get 3 points.
You just mentioned the FA Cup. How you looking forward to that game?
Yeah, listen, we've played Port Vale a good few times over the last couple of years, and we'll be quite familiar with their players as they will us. It's another game to get used to what the manager wants us to do, get into his habits, his process, his little details that he wants us to do. And listen, it's the FA Cup. It's a prestigious cup in this country and worldwide. So we'll be looking to into qualifying to the next round and put a decent performance in, and like I said, build again and keep doing what the manager wants us to do.